Happy Monday, April 20th. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. It's a new week, 5 days this week. I actually just have a couple of things first. I'm going to talk specific Explorer things first, and then you're going to kind of see me stop and change to Hey Fifth Grade, because some of the fifth grade math teachers are using my videos. So I don't want to be talking Explorers all the time. So I'm going to talk to you guys first, and then I'll cut this part out and send them the rest of the teaching video. So a couple things about last week. First of all, you guys knocked that quiz out of the park on Friday. I mean, your scores were so awesome. I'm so proud of how many of you got 105. Yes, 105%. Because you got the outlier question right, which was worth 2 points, and you put a smiley face after your name, because if you watched the video all the way to the end, I said put a smiley face after your name for extra credit. That was 3 points. So many of you got 105. And it was super easy for me to see who does not watch the video all the way through, because not only did you not have a smiley face, but you didn't even have your name on your quiz. So you need to watch the videos, because I'm going to be saying little things throughout them on ways that you can earn extra points, like send me an email with blah, 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 and you'll get extra credit this week. Okay, so you want to make sure you are watching and paying attention. But your quizzes were awesome. If you did not go in and look at your score, please make sure that you go in and look at your score. And I do grade them just like as if we were in school. So you want to make sure you're checking your feedback. And you do that not by going in Notability, but by going back into Schoology, opening your submission, and you can see all my notes in there, okay? Please don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time. It takes me hours and hours and hours. I was up till like 10 o'clock at night grading those. So please make sure that you're checking things out. All right, so that was the quiz for Friday, the extra credit, the videos. This week is new content, new, okay? You can see up here, we're gonna be, not up there, that's a troll. You can see up there, we're going to be multiplying decimals this week, okay, and dividing decimals, and you're going to have a quiz on Thursday, okay? It's like only a 4-question quiz, so you better pay attention this week, okay? Just a reminder, I had a quiz grade last week, and then you had a classwork grade, okay? So I put all that stuff in there. Most of you got a 90, between a 90 and 100 on classwork, and then your quiz grade is in there as well. I know you guys wrote and told me that you read and you understood, but I just want to remind you the way that you get extra credit. There's no error analysis, extra credit. Do extra math every day, okay? Every day. I am surprised at how many of you didn't do it at all last week, okay? There was 5 of you out of 74 people that did extra math, okay? You do your extra math, you get extra credit. Get in there and do first in math as well. Okay, so you're supposed to spend a half an hour on every subject each day. I know some of you doesn't take you half an hour to do this stuff. The videos are going to be a little bit longer now because I'm teaching in them. So that's why I'm only giving you 3 or 4 questions a day this week. Okay, so if you have time, do an extra math or something to get the extra credit. Okay, I think that's it for like Explorer stuff. But I will say I miss you. Okay. I mean, I know that goes without saying, but I miss the crap out of you. I hope you guys miss me even a little bit. It makes me feel better if I know that you miss me a little bit. Okay, so that's our part. So now I'm going to start the video for all of 5th grade. So, all right. All right. Hey, 5th grade. How are you? Today, we are going to be doing multiplying decimals. Okay, so we have to finish up Unit 6. And before all this craziness happened, most of us, this is the point that we were at. So we're going to multiply decimals today. We're going to do some dividing decimals in this week as well, and you'll probably have a little quiz too. Your teacher will let you know that. So I'm going to go over 2 different things today, okay? Since this is new content, the video is going to be a little bit longer, so make sure you watch it all the way through, all right? So I know there's also some other videos that are going to be in there. There's either a Khan Academy or a Math Antics or something like that. So not just me that will be able to help you, but you'll be able to watch that as well, okay? So let me move my stuff so I don't ruin it. You can see I have 3 problems up here that I'm going to work through with you today, and I have 2 reminders up here for myself, okay? So estimating, multiplying decimals is super easy, okay? I promise. You just have to be able to multiply, all right? So if we're going to do this first problem right here, okay? 3 and 27 hundredths times 4. So I'm going to set up my problem just like we normally would, like this, okay? And here's the thing. We're going to pretend there's no decimal point. So this is just 327 times 4. That's it, 327 times 4. And you guys have already done this. We already took quizzes and tests on this, and you did this last year, okay? So we go through the steps. 4 times 7, we know, is 28. And 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So there's my answer, 1308. But now we have to worry about the decimal. So there's two different ways that we teach this. My favorite one is scoops, because that's the easiest for me, but a lot of people like to estimate. So I'm going to do the estimating one first real quick, and then I'll show you the scoops. So if I have $3.27, I'm thinking, all right, is that closer to 3 or closer to 4? And I know that it's closer to 3. So I'm going to just estimate it at 3. And I'm going to say to myself, all right, well, what's 3 times 4? And I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So I need to put my decimal somewhere where my answer is going to be around 12. And if I put my decimal there, now I just made it 130. And 130 is not near 12. So I didn't put the decimal in the right spot. And if I put my decimal here, well, now I just made it 1 and 308 thousandths. Well, that's not good. But if I put my decimal right here, now I made it 13 and 8 hundredths, okay? And 13 is really close to 12, so now I know that I put my decimal in the right spot. That's the estimating way, okay? Now, the scoops way is, we're going to think, all right, how many scoops of ice cream is this problem? And I'm going to look at the decimal, and I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to see how many scoops it takes for me to get to my decimal point. So I have 1, 2. So that's 2 scoops. So I have 2 numbers right here after my decimal. Then I look at the 4, and I don't even have a decimal here. So there are no numbers after my decimal point here. And then I add these numbers up. So 2 plus 0 is 2. That means in my answer, I need 2 numbers after my decimal point. 2 numbers. So I'm going to start over here, and I can scoop over 1, 2, and know that my decimal would go right there. I need 2 numbers, 1, 2, after my decimal point. And that's how I would know where to put my decimal. So you can estimate, you can scoop, okay? I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do 2 more. I know it's long. You would normally be in a 90-minute math class. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so 4 and 6 tenths times 5 and 6 tenths. So we're going to do this like it's 46 times 56. There's no decimal for right now, okay? 46 times 56. So 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. 0, hero. And I'm done with this guy. All right, 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23. All my numbers are lined up, and I'm going to add. I get 6, 7, 5, 2. So I have 2576, okay? So 2,576. But oh wait, there's decimals. So if I like to estimate 4 decimal 6, well, I know that this is closer to 5 than it is to 4, so I'm going to round this to a 5. And I'm going to round 5.6, 5 and 6 tenths to 6. So I know that 5 times 6 is 30. So I would want to put my decimal somewhere where I would get an answer close to 30. Now, this is my decimal. If I put it here, my answer is going to be a 2 and 576. If I put it here, it's going to be a 25 and 76 hundredths. If I put it here, it's 257 and 6 tenths. And if I don't put a decimal now, I have 2,576. So I need it near 30. So I'm going to stick it there because then I know that my answer is 25 and 76 hundredths. Now, if you you don't want to do the estimating way. Remember, we can scoop, we can count. So I say, how many numbers are after my decimal point? Well, there's one number after my decimal point. How many numbers are after my decimal point? One after my decimal point. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So that means I need two numbers after my decimal point. So I go 1, 2, and I put my decimal right there. Okay? All right. Hopefully this is making a little bit of sense. The best part about it is you guys already know how to multiply. So don't change anything. You don't line up your decimal points. You don't worry about any of that stuff. Okay? You don't see me when I'm like adding and subtracting. You got to line them up. We're not lining them up. We don't have to worry about it. So right now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to do 327 times 43. So that's how we would set that up. Okay? Now I'm just going to stick the dots in there. There's my decimals. All right? Now I'm going to do my work. Okay? So 3 times 7 is 21. 6 and 2 is 8. And then 3 and 3 is 9. Okay? 0, hero. I'm done with this guy. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. 12 and 1 is 13. We're going to add 1, 16, 10, 4, 1. So 14061. Okay? If I choose to estimate, this is closer to $3 or $4. It's closer to 3. And this is closer to 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So I would want to put my decimal somewhere where my answer is going to be close to 12. Okay? If I want to count my scoops or my numbers, I'm not going to use this color because it's too close. I'm going to count after my decimal. So after my decimal, behind him is how many numbers? 2 numbers. Behind him is how many numbers? 1. 2 plus 1, adding them together is 3. Okay? So I'm going to count 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. And there goes my decimal. So it's not a comma, it's a decimal, okay? So 14 and 61 thousandths, okay? That's multiplying decimals, guys. That's it. So you already learned how to do this because you know how to multiply. Multiply like normal. There's no decimal. Just do the multiplication. Then you decide, do you like to estimate? Then estimate and then figure out where to put your decimal. Do you want to do the scoops? Do you want to count? Okay, if you like the scoops, there's videos that you can watch that your teacher might put into Schoology. Like I know I'll have one in my Schoology folder. If you like to estimate, that's fine. Whatever works for you. We don't care. We are just proud of you because you're working really hard. Okay. So once you do your practice problems today, make sure you submit them and then look for your feedback and your grade, okay, so that you know how you are doing. And if you are stuck, make sure you reach out so that we can help you to understand it better, okay? All right, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day on Monday. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but like I said, you're normally in a 90-minute math class. So if you got to watch a 10-minute video, that's how it unfortunately has to be right now, and none of us like it, but that's what we got to do, okay? I'm just grateful that I can hang out with one friend, even though there's Bumble Spud over there. I like this guy better. And I guess that's it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and that's it for now. Bye.